Around the world and in the United States, the economic situation has gotten worse in the past few years. The US budget deficit has reached $1.3 trillion this year and unemployment is now at 9%. To voice the opposition against the economic situation, protesters have gathered at Wall Street in New York's financial district and are now living there in tents. Their demand is that the financial institutions, banks and multinationals responsible for the crisis be held accountable. There are different groups participating in the protests. Some are against the war, others want higher taxes on the rich. Inspired by the protesters on Wall Street, similar protests are taking place in major US cities. There are two protests going on in Washington, D.C. right now. One against the war and the other against the economic situation. But what do these protesters want and how long do they plan to stay here? Protesters at this occupied DC camp have been living here for 11 days now.
We are here, we are the 99%, and many of us are here because we have been underserved by our economy. Many of us are here because we feel that we do not have a voice, and these are the types of things that a lot of us have been discussing.
Is if there's money that's going to be spent, that it's going to be spent to help the people and not to help the war machine to make more and more money. And also, I have small children. I'm here because our schools are falling into disrepair. Kids are not learning anything, and I don't want to send my kids to schools like that.
Standing around yelling at TVs, and watching the political process happen is no longer working for us or many Americans. So this is why we're here. And how long do we plan to stay is indefinite.
Most of us nowadays live paycheck to paycheck, just to live, and I want people to realize that it's not working for us.
Interestingly, these protesters are not against President Obama or the Democratic Party, but against the economic system, which they feel is responsible for unemployment, rising expenditures and the recession. The protesters say that instead of spending resources on wars, the United States should spend its resources on its own people. Huma Imtiaz, Express 24/7, Washington, D.C.